Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, we're going to be using the Porsche 911 Carrera at Tokyo Expressway. Now this is the 1995 Carrera RS, and for this particular build, I'm going to be focusing on two separate builds for this car. One build is going to be consisting of the stock engine build, and after we get done with the stock engine build, we're going to then switch gears and do the swap variant of that car. So hopefully in this episode both builds will help you out if you're still looking for that first win at Tokyo Expressway, and if for some reason these cars do not work in your favor for this particular track, I would recommend just save the cars and just upgrade them just a little bit more until they reach close to that 700 pp point criteria for Le Mans 700. So, but like I said, the ultimate goal is of course try to get these cars to be competitive to help you guys out if you're still trying to find a way to get a win at Tokyo Expressway. So I'll be showing you guys the full tune guide for each car. I'll be showcasing on how to get this car in particular, and then I'll go through the stages of the parts you'll need, and of course the tune setup for both cars and everything else you need to know. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Okay, so very first step for this race is going to be on how to get the car. So in order to find this 911 Carrera RSCS, you first need to go by the Legends Car dealership, and you can see right here it's going to be right there. Now unfortunately, as you guys can see, this car is in fact under limited stock, so I would recommend going ahead and grab this car. I would say though, just to make sure and you have plenty of credits on hand, because as you can see the price tag is a bit more costly compared to other cars in the game, especially in some of the other modern cars that are also pretty effective in the Tokyo 600 race. But for the Porsche, it seems to be a very smooth car, a really great pick, especially when it comes to Tokyo Expressway 600. Porsche is like one of those brands you can really rely on when it comes to this race. Now, after you grab the car, our next step is of course going to be going to GT Auto into car and maintenance service. And as you can see, for this particular non-swap build, we already went ahead and put the Y-body in the car. Now, if you are curious on figuring what that engine swap is going to be before I keep going, it's going to cost you about 270,000 credits, and in order for you to buy a swap, you had to first meet one criteria, and that's going to be being collectible 50 in the game. And basically what I would recommend doing is, if there's a particular car that you do not need and want to really rack up your credits just to save up for a very expensive car from the Legends Car dealership, you can do that. So cars that you really should be aiming at to buy from the Legends Car dealership, if you don't want to really hurt your bank account, is going to be like the Group C Le Mans Pro types. Those are the type of cars that I would recommend trying to get if they do show up in the Legends Car dealership. Or if you are trying to get the trophy achievement to have the 3 Le Mans legendary cars, which is the Ferrari 330 P4, I think another one was the Jaguar convertible, which is another car, or I think it was a convertible, for that achievement. Also, I believe the other car was the Ford Mark IV. You can get those 3 cars. That will also help out with your collector role as well. Now for the engine swap, if you're curious to know what that particular engine swap is, it's going to be this one right here. So it's going to be a much upgraded version of the 911 for the MDYA-911. And you can see by the stats of the car, if we go ahead and install it, we do gain a little bit more horsepower compared to what we got right now. The only side effects is going to be a little bit less torque, and the weight is going to be a bit more than we currently have in the car. But we're not going to be focused on that just now. We're just going to be focused on the standard builds. After you get the wide body attachment to the car, we're going to quickly swing on by car customization. And to figure out what parts you need for this car, I'll go ahead and show you guys what the parts I'm using for this build. So for my rims, for the non-swap build, I'll be using these particular rims. I'm going to leave this screen like it is just for a few seconds, so that way you can just go ahead and just copy the stats. All I just need is the rim diameter be 17 inch, the width set to wide, and so is the offset set to wide too. After you get the wheels attached to the car, the next couple steps are pretty simple. For custom parts, the front bumper is type A. For the side, it's optional. I got set to type A just to have a very bit more aggressive look. The rear of the car is going to be standard. If you do in fact put type A on the car, you're going to gain a good bit of PP points, and it could also probably improve your handling, especially on the rear part of the car as well. I didn't really test it out, but I suggest to keep it standard. That way you'll be able to put more car parts into the car rather than just having a diffuser on the back of the car. And then for the wing, this actually is a pretty cool looking wing. It's going to be type B, and that's going to be it for that part. And then for racing items, you can see the roll cage is locked because there already is one in there to begin with, and that's going to be the parts you need from car customization for the non-swap. Now let's head over to the very last bit. It's going to be the parts you'll need from the tune shop. And I would just say you practically will need to get all the parts you could possibly get for the car. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and grab the street suspension firsthand for this car. After you grab that, we're going to be grabbing the weight reduction stage 1, and the tires are going to be sport hards for the sports category. For Club Sports, you can see here we do in fact have bore up, high lift camshaft, high compression pistons, and weight reduction stage 2 into the car. For the semi-racing category, we have racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, fully customized LSD with fully customized manual transmission with weight reduction stage 3 and increased battery density. And for racing category, we have stroke up, engine balance tuning, polished ports, racing air filter, racing muffler, racing exhaust manifold, and that's going to be pretty much be it for the parts you need from the tuning shop. As you can see what Extreme has to offer, you could possibly have steering angle adapter. If you want to have it, it's up to your choice, but that's going to be it for the tuning shop. So let's quickly now swing over back to our garage one last time to check out the non-stop setup, and then I'll let you guys watch the race of the non-stop or the non-swap first, and then we'll continue with the swap build. As you can see by the tune list, we do in fact have the sport hard tires as our main tire compound. Now for the street suspension, unfortunately for the street compared to normal, here's a quick look of the two. The normal, it does raise up your body height, and it does mess with your damping ratio, expansion, and your natural frequency. But as you can see here, I do have it set to street mode, which is going to lower your height just by a little bit, and unfortunately you can't really do any changes to the car. For differential, for fully customized, I went ahead and just left it as is. I didn't change anything to it. But if you want to change it to your own personal settings, you can. For the aerodynamics, the front is going to be at 12% for the front. For the rear, it's going to be at 205 out of 210. The ECU, of course, is going to be maxed out 100. Fully customized manual transmission is going to be set to 310 kilometers. It's supposed to look like something like this. And just in case if you would rather have to manually adjust it, here's a quick look of the gearing. That way, if you're not too sure about the gearing of how it is and doesn't really fit your driving style, if you want to stretch something out a bit further, you can, or shorten a gear, you can just do that. So I'll just keep this screen on just for a couple more seconds, and then we'll just keep going with our tune list. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of the list. As we scroll to the far right, of course, the intake and exhaust categories are maxed out to racing standards, as you see right here. The brakes, of course, are going to be stocked for the brake pads, and I'll just add this. Even with the brakes being set to normal, the braking of the car is actually pretty decently good for the car. And of course, for our last bit, for the engine tuning, we practically have about every part except for the titanium connecting rods and pistons. So you can pretty much get your hands on everything you can for the engine tuning parts. And same thing goes for bodywork. Just grab all the parts you see here and you'll be good to go. So once everything is done, you should have at least 599.82 for your PP points with about 482 horsepower. So nothing too crazy or anything out of the ordinary. I would suggest just to make sure that your downforce for the aero matches up to that, and you should be good to go. So hopefully the first build helps you out, and I'll let you guys watch the race, and I'll see you guys when we get to the next build. Okay, so hopefully that first race will be a big help to you in that race. Now let's say if you would rather have the quote swap build, I'll go ahead and show you guys that particular step-by-step process right now. Now the good thing is we went ahead and did the early stages of it on how to find the car, engine swap. We're going to skip that process since we already talked about it and went through that. So we're going to go ahead and go to car customization first, just to see what kind of parts we'll need for the car. Now, got ahead of myself for a little bit there. We'll actually jump back up and we are going to discuss about the engine swap. So if you guys are not yet level 50 in the game, you can always go over to your tuning parts. This is where you'll keep your engine swaps and your other parts for certain cars. And you can see here's my own personal engine list, and I actually do have that particular engine. Now, one thing you're gonna look out for the game is if there's a particular engine swap you're going to try to want to work with. Let's say if you're wanting to do I don't know, maybe a Toyota Supra RZ97 swap. The particular engine you're going to be looking out for that particular car is going to be the AMG Hyra. That's going to be the particular engine swap for this particular car if you're going to do a RZ Supra swap. And if that's the case, this right here would be the same as this right here. You can see the taskbar is lit up. Got the word compatible on top right of the corner, which is always a given. So is the color. You can see the color is a little bit different compared to the other engine swaps. And we already have this equipped because we got this little motor logo right here as well. But let's say if you have this particular swap, what you're going to do is you're going to click on it, and you're going to do is ignore this part right here, because it's going to be a new engine that you put into the car. It's going to be basically whatever parts you have for your old engine, you're going to be taken out. You have to repurchase all those new parts for this new engine. As you can see here's the retail price of that engine, just in case if the game tells you how much it is. I guess just in case if you want to buy it for your own self for GT Auto. What you're going to do after that is hit install, say yes, and just like that you'll be able to use that engine ticket. Now the problem is that the next time you actually do win an engine ticket, it could be random. It could be as soon as you possibly can with an engine ticket, or it'll probably take you a long time before you get that particular engine ticket again. So hopefully that'll help you out, just in case if you wanted to check and see if you have it at your personal garage. Now we can go to GT Auto with car customization, and I'm going to show you real quick the parts I have for this livery. Now, unfortunately for this livery, I think the best thing you can do is just search up roof, I believe, and you probably could find a livery similar to this, or if not the exact same livery. But just in case if you want to have the parts individually, here are the wheels, and if you want to go ahead and take a screenshot, or if you just want to quickly go to car customization and add these wheels to the car, you can. Just make sure you just follow the particular options. Of course, the width and the offset are set to wide, with the rim diameter being at 19 inches. After that, for custom parts, the front bumper is going to be type A, just like it was with the first car. The side is going to be type A as well. The rear standard, and then for the wing it's going to be type A rather than type B, and this is going to be all the parts you need from car customization. Alright, now let's go ahead and go into the tuning shop for the swap build. It's going to be a little bit something different compared to the first run. So as we get to the particular spot, we got sport muffler as our muffler, sport hard tires for our main tire compound. Club Sports is going to be power restrictor, as you see so right there. Semi Racing is going to be fully customized racing computer with medium high RPM turbocharger. Fully customized LSD with fully customizable manual transmission. For racing category, as we scroll down, there's nothing here, and then for extreme, same thing. Now you could get steering angle adapter if you want to, but that's going to be pretty much the gist of it. So that's going to be the parts we need from tuning shop. Let's go back to our garage one last time, go to our setup, and just make sure we have everything aligned to our parts. So here we are. You can see here's our new swap, given by the lime green text right here on the car. There's right there. Sport hard tires is of course what we got for the car. Fully customized differential. We actually have it set to 5, 5, and 20. For our aerodynamics, for the front bumper is set all the way down to 0. The rear is at 170. For our ECU, 100%. Power restrictor down to 77, as you see so right there. Fully customized manual transmission set to 320 kilometers. And just in case if you want to manually adjust those numbers, here's the graph right here. I'll keep it up just for a couple seconds and then we can continue on. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the list. And of course our muffler is sports muffler, which I think comes with the car. Yes, and that's pretty much going to be it for the car. So nothing really too out of the ordinary, as long as you just do your changes with your downforce and have your power restrictor down to 77, you should be good to go. So hopefully this build will be a big up to as well. I'll let you guys watch that race and I'll give my final thoughts, and we'll show you guys the next preview of the next episode. But hopefully both those builds step out using the Porsche 911 RSCS. Like I mentioned before, Porsche just seems to be one of those brands you can just really trust to really deliver when it comes to that race. So for our next preview episode, it's going to be a request build. It's going to be using the 1990 GTR Nismo Skyline at Expressway 600. Now, surprisingly, this user request, I did ask if they wanted it to be swapped or non-swapped. They really haven't really answered back to either one of the two. So what I could do for this next episode is do exactly what we did in today's episode. I'll make a build just only for the original stock engine build, and then after that race we'll switch gears and do a swap run with this car. But this GTR Nismo is also another solid pick when it comes to Tokyo Expressway 600 for either both the swap or for the regular engine, especially when it comes to the swap, because the swap has that legendary R92 CP Group C Le Mans Pro type engine. But hopefully the next episode will be yet again another great help when it comes to earning credits either at Expressway or at Le Mans. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, why not go ahead and leave a like. If there is a particular run or build or request that you want me to try out in any of the big money races, you're more than welcome to put it down in the comments below. If you want to check out the last episode I was able to share, there it is right there. If you want to take a quick look at that build as well, you're welcome to look at it. And until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or weekend, and I'll see you guys later, and take care.